Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And let's talk about shit. All right.
Starting with the RIP.
I guess we'll start off in the on the low end and then the somber. I'm sure everybody watching or has heard by now, but you know we lost Sean Connery this year. Another fuck you to 2020.
We've lost a lot of things this year, and we're not done losing. No matter what side of the fence you're on, you're going to lose.
It's not over yet.
Loser year. It's not bad as that one year. Who was that year that, boy, we almost got alcohol poisoning from trying to toast to all the actors and stuff that died?
Oh, was that 2017 or 2016?
I just remember that, that was I think it was 18. 17 or 18.
I don't know.
We haven't been on that long. But, I don't think we're all the way back to 16. But, it was rough. Because we just lost everybody. Prince, man, let me not start. Because if I start, I'll be here all day.
Yeah, I mean, it was like our first end of the year episode, though. So I think it was 2017.
Could have been. That sounds about right. But that was a wild year. But we lost Sean Connery this year, and that's tragic. And we also lost, oh, God, I'm bad with names, Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a bad year. You know, young new actor coming out, man, top of the notch, and then now the old actors are dropping, and all the talent's gone.
I mean, the good thing here, at least, is, he made it to 90 years old.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, I mean, he made it to 90 years old. He had a good life, but
not according to some people. But you said I can't talk about it.
Oh, because there's no point in it.
I know. But geez, let the body cool. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
it's just cold blooded, man.
Speaking of bodies. Cyberpunk 2077 delays once again.
They bodied your ass. Y'all should have seen Zeno. I texted him at work the second I found out about the delay. It was literally within minutes of the announcement. But I did it because I thought it'd be better for him to hear it from a friend. And
I was so mad.
He was it's not even a joke. He was
so
pissed.
mad.
That's why I did it. I was like, let me call him. Hey, man, I'm sorry to tell you this. They pushed it back. It got pushed, and he was just like, what? Y'all got to understand that Zeno here, did the whole, I'm taking off
now,
for this
I will
game
say,
release.
though, I was thrown. I was hurt. I wasn't doing any death threats, though. Holy crap, people. Quit this shit. I mean, really?
That's the same people you wouldn't let me talk about the Sean Connery thing. It's the same little crybabies, man. It's an endemic of a problem of maturity and childishness.
These are probably different crybabies.
Yeah, I lump them all together. I profile crybabies into one large group. I mean, death threats. Oh, that's gonna get the game out faster. Oh wait, no, it isn't. Like, why? Huh?
But yeah, so
how can you love something so much that you want to murder people that are making it just a weird place to go?
I hope it's just trolling, and these aren't real people thinking this way, and that this would actually do anything. But I have so little faith in humanity right now.
I know where you live, bro. Release the game or you're finished. Are you kidding me? You know if you kill him, you won't get your game.
Well, I mean, the PC version is done.
That is true. But still, the death threats aren't going to help. It's just... Now, don't get me wrong, though. It's messed up because you're not the only person, I believe, who took off. Specifically took off in order to... play this game and now has leave. They don't know what to do with.
I'll show you
Give him a moment. He'll get there.
Let's see. Is it in here?
But to fill in, so basically, yeah, there are people who literally, I was considering taking off, but I think it was close enough to the weekend
I
didn't mind because I believe it originally was planned for a Thursday. Yeah. And I was like, it's going to take it a while to download.
I don't know where I saved it, but I when I went to look at this tweet, the top tweet above this was a screenshot where somebody had tweeted them the day before going, hey, CD Projekt Red, You good about this? Now y'all certain before I take my time off for work? And CD Projekt Red replied back, you good, man.
Then he took it in and literally the next day they went, no, you're not. Like, we're delaying it. I mean, the reasons they delayed it seems off to me because according to Zeno, he claims that when he researched it, they did it because they're trying to get the PS4 and Xbox One.
Business reports that CD Projekt Red revealed that the game is ready to go on PC and next-gen consoles. However, it is not ready on PS4 and Xbox One. Earlier in the year, we heard the CD Projekt Red was having trouble getting the wildly ambitious game to run on PS4 and Xbox One, and it looks like this is still the case. Now, if they've been dealing with this shit for a while now, maybe 21 days may not be enough. I don't know, but
they should release what they have if it's ready. I mean, I don't think you should delay the next gen console and PC releases. I mean, I'm definitely on that. And you know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, with this ambitious of a game, what they should have done, in my opinion, was just been like, you know what, we're just not going to release on, which they would have to have done way sooner. You know, they could. I mean, it's too late now. But I mean, they sort of knew. They had to have known there was going to be issues with running this game on those systems.
Yeah, like I feel like release what you got probably would have been a good idea. But again, it's just my opinion.
And many companies have released the PC first, so you know,
it's a common thing for there to be different release dates, man. They don't even always release on the consoles all the time on the same day. There's been times that it's been like Xbox gets it this time and PlayStation gets it this time.
That's a little rare, but I have seen several games that have released to PC before they've released
especially
console.
PC. Yeah.
I've also seen games that get released console before it's PC. So
yeah, so I mean, they could have just put it out. I believe the delay wasn't really needed. Like, it weirded me out a little bit. You know me, I'm the conspiracy theorist. I was a little concerned because I'm like, do you not want people to be able to review the game before you get all the versions out? Like, why the delay? Why are you so adamant that they come out on the same day?
yeah,
Like, is that a big deal?
That could be concerning.
Because normally you'd be like, put
think
it out.
about it that way.
Because that is what will happen. If they put it out, then the game's going to get reviews out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Within 24 to 48 hours. So, like, are you trying to sell all your copies before it can be reviewed? And I know this is odd because I really like CD Projekt Red, but it's weird to delay for the PS4 and Xbox One all the other releases. Like, that's the part that threw me off. I'm like, you've got it ready for
I guess it would drop. It would drop a lot of the hype, though. Even if the game was great, it could drop some of the hype.
I disagree. I believe if the game comes out and everybody goes, "This is freaking amazing. You need to get this," it will sell more games. Because I know that I normally don't buy a game hot off the presses anyway. I'm making an exception here.
Also,
but they're making me wary with this.
In the era of critic bombing. How many people would go and give them a 1-star review just because they can't get it on their PlayStation or Xbox? A lot.
But who listens to those people, man? I mean, who goes to, what's that stupid site that's full of crap? No, the other one. Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is movies and stuff. Metacritic is your
So who's
games.
the one? Metacritic? Then yeah, who listens to Metacritic? Like, I mean, because of review
we've referenced
bombing,
Metacritic several times, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're usually referencing them because of review bombing. Like,
well,
review
true.
bombing, it's not their fault, review bombing, so I'm not attacking Metacritic. I'm just stating, because of review bombing, you really are better off watching a video about the game.
Alleged review bombing.
And you're better off watching a video that goes into detail. So I'll tell anybody, if you're looking for a review, don't look at a one paragraph or sentence review. No, man, go watch what are the good ones? There's a series of YouTube videos called Before You Buy, which is pretty good about it. I don't always agree with him, but he tends to go into a good bit of detail. So he'll sit down and go through it. Angry Joe will probably take a while to get his video out. So I'd probably say Before You Buy is a good place to go for a review. And Jim Sterling is usually reasonably, fair on his reviews. He has his preferences, but usually you get a decent review there. If Angry Joe's got one out, he usually goes into a lot of detail. So he's usually pretty trustworthy for that degree of detail he goes in. He sometimes fanboys over a game. Like, I didn't agree with his Star Wars Squadrons review. I think he was fanboying a little too much, but for the most part, you're going to get a pretty decent review out of him, too. So go watch an actual review. They'll tell you what the game's about. That's, to me, the only real flaw with sites like Metacritic is that they're taking a group consensus, but, well, people are childish, and they lie, and they hate, and they take a political take on something. So you can't really trust those mass scoring sites like you used to.
Yeah.
Again, not their fault. It's because, unfortunately, in order to be fair and let everybody submit their score, they have to let the idiots in. So watch a full review. That's just my suggestion. Watch somebody break the game down, go into detail about it, show you some gameplay and screenshots. And like I said, there's people out there that do a good job of that. But I stopped doing that, man. Even when I went to friggin' Steam recently and I was trying to figure out this new action RPG, I was looking at some reviews. They were so all over the place that I couldn't tell the truth. I mean, they just were like, there was almost no threes. It was just 5-1, 5-1, 1, 5-1. Like, just wild. Well, they do the thumbs up, thumbs down.
So does this delay? Does this lower your anticipation then for?
It makes me doubt getting this game before it's reviewed. They kind of screwed up a little bit because I was going to make an exception and buy this game release. But you remember a long time ago on this show, I really said you should never buy a game before it's been out a couple of days to make sure it's not glitchy or crappy or you find out it's just a terrible game. I mean, look at dang it, EA's games, really, just about all of them. Really, like anything EA's done, just about. Like, it's really easy for a game to come out and be really bad where everything looks good going up to then. But I was trusting Xbox Red, but this pushback felt so out of left field. I might let you get the game first and wait a day or two. Because, I mean, this is digital. I can download. So they're pushing me back to my caution zone of, I may not get this game to December 14th. Let it sit out for about 4 days.
I will say, I probably would have been very, very angry if I would have played, let's say, what's that game from Oblivion, Outer Worlds. If I would have paid $60 for Outer Worlds, I probably would have been pissed. Now, luckily, it was on Game Pass, so I didn't have to pay $60.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game, but it was not.
But that was one that was really hyped. It was Oblivion, the creators of Fallout New Vegas.
And it was not New Vegas. It was no New Vegas.
So, yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from there. So
also imagine if you had pre-ordered. Like, oh, boy, I would be furious if I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. Like, I'm glad we didn't pre-order. We were going to buy it day of or I think the day before was our plan.
I was going to go ahead and pre-order it.
Bet you were going to do it like the day before.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that now. I ain't going to lie. I'm definitely waiting until it comes out.
I will say, I mean, this sort of it really messed up my Thanksgiving. Like, I was really struggling hard to have something thankful. When they go around the table and they go, "What are you thankful for this year?" I was hoping that I could say Cyberpunk, but now I've got nothing.
You need to be more empathetic. Imagine the pre-order people because they've already paid.
I don't give a shit about them.
Oh yeah, we told them not to do that. They don't listen to us. Still, though, I'd have been furious if I'd already paid for this game, and I was like, "I only got a couple of weeks, baby."
Look, man, this was my last hope for 2020 Thanksgiving. This was it. This was the last hope I had, and now it's over.
I know. Now they push it back, and maybe after the apocalypse. We at least want to get to play it during the actual cyberpunking of our world. Because December 10th, will we even be here? Will the internet still be running by December 10th?
So
I'll be mad if you
push CD Projekt Red.
If this comes out after the apocalypse, I'm mad. I'm going to be very pissed. Though I still won't come kill you. Like, that's a little out of hand.
No. I mean, it's after apocalypse. Who cares at that point? So.
You got to have food.
Yeah, but they're a very long ways away from here.
I mean, you'll have to grab a few people on the way for a snack, yeah.
I'm not going that far just for anger.
You don't stay in one place during the apocalypse.
Yeah, but I'm not crossing the ocean either.
Oh, shit. They're that far away? I don't know anything about CD Projekt Red except that they make Cyberpunk, man. What are they, Russian?
Oh.
Urban.
All right.
No, I'm taking a Shadowrun, I think, aren't I?
Yeah. CD Projekt Red is Poland.
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't go to Poland on a good day. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Poland, but nah. Well, I mean, I am black. It's not a place for me. Like, are we allowed in Poland?
I'm not sure.
Like, I don't know anything about Poland. Holy
I'm
crap.
sure you're allowed to enter.
The last time I heard something about Poland, it was when I was a kid in history class. They are quiet in Poland. No, name some common news you've heard about Poland. I can't think of anything.
Like I said, it's okay for you to enter.
Are you sure? Well, yeah, we know you don't get to leave. You've got me a new thing. I'm going to look up Poland when we're done. What's going on? For all we know, they are over there like frying people up. Like like Poland is under the radar.
All right, man. Give me a random encounter.
I am still stunned and remember Poland exists. Like, oh crap, there is a Poland. Wait a minute, didn't Russia try to take I think Putin did something to Poland recently, didn't he? I don't know. If you know what's going on in Poland right now, please comment in the section and tell us what's going on in Poland.
13. All right, let's see. 13 is
women in geek culture.
Favorite anime waifu.
Okay, he said anime because video game's a different one. Hinata. I am a huge Hinata fan. The only good thing about Boruto is getting to see Hinata and Naruto grown up and married. She's the best. I mean, literally, I hate Boruto with a passion that is unrivaled on this world. But because I mean, maybe I hate Boruto himself. Like, he's a terrible character. But the older characters are awesome, and seeing Hinata like post the Naruto series was awesome. I mean, she's one of my favorite characters, and I'm so glad that Naruto did not end up with Sakura and he ended up with Hinata. Like, to me, one of the best changes in story where you thought that was what was going to happen, but thank God it didn't. And it's Hinata and Naruto. Favorite couple, favorite anime waifu. That ain't even a debate. There's not anybody else that even comes close. They're right off the bat. That's them.
All right.
They do it. It is. Sometimes you just got to like the guaranteed winner. Now, video games, it gets a little harder. Like,
well, no. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a big emotional play type person with anime. Like, I don't really. The whole relationship thing is probably not something I pay as much attention to. Like, I like swords and
his macho
leveling
is
up.
just oozing through the speakers.
Well, no, but I will say I did enjoy that one. You know, like I really hated Sakura. Like I
was glad she got with Sasuke. She deserves Sasuke. I've never seen a couple where I said
like
I
she
hope
was
she gets
annoying to me and such a bad word.
All I gotta say is that I'm so glad. And you know what I love about Boruto? That's also he's just as bad a husband and father as I thought he'd be. Like, Sasuke's a crap dad, a crap husband. He just leaves her. I'm just like, yeah, that's what you get. Stupid bad boy fangirls. Like, ooh, Sasuke's so moody and a jerk. I'm like, yeah. And you know what he's gonna be? A moody, jerky dad and husband. If you could even claim they ever got married. I haven't watched enough Boruto to know if they're even officially married. But
well, you got to understand one of the reasons why I avoid the whole relationship thing or paying too much attention to it. Some of my favorite animes have a sister con in them. And it's so annoying because they're really good animes.
Irregular and Magical Academy.
They're really good animes. But then they throw in this weird relationship thing. So I just ignore it. It doesn't exist.
How bad is it that I immediately can name one of your favorites? Like, oh, yeah, I know that was...
Yeah. Doesn't exist. It's not there. Not in my mind.
Well, to me, my biggest problem is, like especially Ranma, there's so many where the female lead is actually just intolerable. Like, oh.
Well, we'll say, especially, with anime, with Japanese anime, they also do a lot of the no memories girl and all this stuff. It's like, it's weird, the mentality that they tend to put onto the love interest in a lot of anime.
Well, another example is like Inuyasha. Like, I couldn't stand Kagome. I was a Kikyo fan. I was like, I wish you'd get with Kikyo. Kagome got on my nerve. Like, a lot of female leads are just not the best female character. Like, the other female characters in Inuyasha, almost all of them were better than Kagome. Like, it's not uncommon where the female lead is the most annoying character on the roster. So the romance is bad. Like, for those who know Rama 1/2, like, I felt almost every other female. That's a harem anime where every other girl in it's a better match for him than the actual female lead. Her sisters are better matches. Like, she is the worst character.
Yeah.
I mean,
now there are some harems that harem animes that had a good selection. I thought, Tenchi's selection was
true,
was good.
Though I still actually preferred Ryoku to the princess.
Well, no, Ryoku is my favorite.
I love Ryoku. I did not like Yami or whatever her name is. I did not actually like the princess. Like, again, a case of the character that you're supposed to kind of think you're supposed to be rooting for, that it's plot to be rooting for, is actually the one you least want to see. Yeah. Like, every other character was better. I mean, it's just not that uncommon.
But they all had very interesting personalities. They did a good job with those. So, like, that's probably the best harem anime as far as selection when it comes to the harem. But anyway, all right. I think that gets us past that.
But the group consensus, Hinata.
But yeah. I mean,
Dicejunkies puts forth Hinata as best waifu.
Also, I'm not a big harem fan. You know.
Well, I hope our boy Blood X upgrades that to video games,
which is like 80% of anime relationships.
Yeah, I'm honestly that's one thing I got to give things like One Piece and a few others. I'm actually starting to really get into the chaste hero as the trope, where it's like the hero doesn't have a love interest. I'm like, cool. That's actually, I mean, it's just because.
Well, I mean, even with the harem animes, you really don't. The hero doesn't have a love interest in most of them.
That just makes it more annoying. That it's
I know it's
that's what I like about a Seneca Rogue, because like while it's a little ecchi, the main character really doesn't seem to be trying to hook up with anybody. He seems to have his own.
Well,
agenda.
I mean, he's a playboy too, though. He just wants to play.
True, but he doesn't go that far. You know? No, he's like a flirtatious without really pushing it.
Well, he does go pretty far.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, when you really like an anime, you tend to just ignore the ecchi stuff because you want to take it seriously.
Oh.
Like, I honestly would
He had to get the poison out, man.
I would be perfectly fine if they pulled all the ecchi out of a Seneca Rogue, because I think it's actually a good anime on its own. It doesn't need the fan service.
Yeah, no, it didn't need the fan service.
It was actually
that I actually wanted to know more of that story, and it sort of never.
Well, I mean, a post isekai. That was one of the first major post-isekai.
Yeah,
they went,
No.
They defeated the Demon Lord and came back, and we're picking up from there. And I was like, ooh, that was really interesting to me. Like, that was my first post-isekai I ever saw.
Yeah, mine too.
Now they've got, like, you know, where returners should have a certain type of magic and stuff. But, you know, for me, that was the first, and I really want to see more. But it was
I saw a double isekai the other day where he had been summoned, did the whole thing, went back, and then got summoned again.
Actually, that was what they were applying with Seneca the Rogue, because remember, they kept showing the other world, and they were trying to find him.
Technically, at the end, he did sort of get summoned again.
Yes, I mean, you know.
He went back,
and
that's where it ended.
Dude, remember I told you that one book I'd like to message you was a triple isekai. The dude was on his third or fourth life. No, that guy kept reincarnating because he kept dying. He had, like, the worst luck. He kept going, like, oh, I died. I went to another world. I died again. And he's finally, like, the book starts with him going, I'm tired of dying. I'm staying here.
I told you about that book before you read it.
Oh, okay. You told me about it. Either way, it was funny because he's like,
because he was on the spaceship and he just died.
There's no luck. Yeah. That was funny. But yeah, he was an alien at one time. That was funny.
All right. So.
We read weird stuff. That's right.
We do.
We can read.
We've got to do an episode of our favorite novels and stuff at some point.
Oh God, favorite! I have to go back. I've read so many, but yeah, we're just talking about lit RPGs and izakayas and stuff we've read because we've read some good ones, man. Yeah.
Or maybe just do an episode a month of just what our favorite thing we read that month is, because we read several a month.
God, yeah. I've already read like 3.
But anyway,
I'm on a lit RPG now.
So Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, more Cyberpunk, sort of.
By the way, just to give a drop, it's He Who Fights Against Monsters. It's not bad so far. If you want to check it out,
He Who Fights Against Monsters. I tried reading that one. I thought it was horribly translated.
Version I got is a lot better, man. I think I'm on web novel.
I'll make sure that's what I'm thinking. Like I think I tried reading that. I just didn't get far in it.
It's pretty good right now. I mean, slow start, but it's
maybe that's what
momentum.
it was. It was just really slow, and I didn't.
It's a slow
gave
start.
up on it.
I mean, he starts out butt naked. They don't even give him body hair. It's the weirdest start I've seen in a while.
Yeah. No, it was painfully slow.
I mean, I had to get up to like it's picking up now that I'm on chapter 60.
I didn't care for the system that they were introducing at the time.
It feels shallow. It's getting better.
Okay.
It started out real shallow for a lit RPG.
Yeah.
Like there was just the essences, but now they're starting to flesh it out.
I mean, it was I'll try it out.
But, I mean,
it
was like Game Boy Basic bitch when it started.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. When I first read it, I went, "This seems really basic," but they're getting better.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it another try.
Plus, this guy has the worst luck. It's this, but in a good way. I know that sounds weird, but he has the worst luck in a good way. Terrible things happen to him, but he benefits from these terrible things.
All right. So, Path of Exile has delayed its expansion, its 3.13 expansion that was planned to be released on December, I think 11th or something like that. But they said
no, it's been moved back to December 10th.
No, it had been planned for December 11th. But now, with Cyberpunk's release date moved to December 10th.
So Cyberpunk is delaying other people's games? Oh, my
God. So now Cyberpunk is delaying other people's games. Or at least that's the gimmick. Now, Path of Exile was most likely joking. And did not mean for anybody to take them seriously. It even became funnier as today I saw yet another developer has decided to blame their delay on
Cyberpunk is causing a chain reaction of delays. They did it on purpose. Cyberpunk's trying to ruin Christmas.
Space looter shooter Everspace 2 has delayed its early access launch from mid-December to January 2021 to avoid the behemoth that is Cyberpunk.
They ruined Christmas for everybody. They bullying people.
I mean, do you really think that these people delayed because of Cyberpunk?
Yes.
You do.
Because I still think Cyberpunk's going to be one of the biggest releases when it comes out, and they're trying to avoid getting pooped on. You do understand that whether it's good or bad, the most talked about game in December is going to be Cyberpunk.
True.
No matter what happens, December is Cyberpunk month. And if your game came out in December, what game is what people are going to say?
I just have a bit of a doubt that was really why they delayed.
Here's a perfect. You know what? I can answer it one way. You like Path of Exile. You're not pissed they're delaying Path of Exile, but you're pissed they're delaying Cyberpunk.
Well, because I'm over Path of Exile. I'm waiting for them to go ahead and get Path of Exile 2 out. So all these, because that 2.13 expansion is a minor expansion.
You didn't plan leave around Path of Exile. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cyberpunk is a big enough release. Nobody wants to be within 24 hours.
What are you talking about? I didn't plan leave around Cyberpunk anymore.
Well, yeah, it's just because you just decided you were going to ruin your Thanksgiving vacation. You're like, I'm taking off. Hey, you know what hey, wait a minute. Oh, no. What does this mean for the tabletop? Is the tabletop pushed back too?
Don't know.
Ooh, wrong pipe. Keep going. I'm just going to die.
I'll turn off your mic.
Cyberpunk's delaying my life. It's killing me.
So anyway, we have several games.
I'm sorry, Cyberpunk. I didn't mean to question your tabletop.
That have you.
Oh God, I'm crying.
Just tell me when you want me to turn your mic back on. Just push that red button.
Attention to my shame.
So
I choked on my own mouth. How do you
Cyberpunk is killing my co-host, and I don't even.
I won't be silent, Cyberpunk. I put it back on. I'm okay. All right. But no, the tabletop. Like, can we check on that, or do we not have time? I'm kind of.
I tried to Google it. I couldn't find any mention of it.
Oh, you already did?
No. I mean, that was one of the first things I checked afterwards because we had some plans around that as well.
We could try. Yeah, we literally had planned a session, talked to our gaming group about it. So they delaying us on everything.
So
and if you didn't like Cyberpunk and you were planning for play Path of Exile, so no, man, it's a chain reaction. But you know what? It is kind of cool. They got to kind of wait to throw around. We decided to come out in December. Everybody else decides not to come out in December.
Yeah.
That's
my
wild,
only
man.
thing, CD Projekt Red seems to be pretty popular on their, or pretty responsive on their Twitter. We can always tweet and ask them.
I mean, they may tell us one thing today, but what do they say? They'll be like, "You're good, man," and then like a little bit later, we're pushing back the book. Because they got no excuse for the book, though. You do understand the book is not coming out on multi-platforms. So they got no dang excuse for the book.
Well, I mean, the whole plan with the book was just so that it aligned the...
It's not set even in the same time period.
But
it's
I don't know.
Date,
I mean, with less than 30 days, I don't know if they can really stop the shipments or not.
True, actually. They should already be basically
at least crating them, and stuff. So.
Well, also, it's not set in the same time period. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 is not the year of the book. The book, I think, is 2080 years. I think the book is set in a different time.
It's supposed to be something that sort of blends 2020 and 2077 together. So it should be in between 2020 and 2077. But I think it's still called, because it's called CD Projekt Red. It's called Cyberpunk Red. And it's supposed to be that that time in between the original Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk 2077.
So it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a good thing to have it out before the game comes out. You'll be familiar with the world by the time the game hits. That's not a bad thing to me. Yeah, I'm not getting the official name. Yeah. I mean, I see Cyberpunk 2020 as a thing, but... that's probably them just talking about the release for 2020. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so we'll find out, I guess, on, what was the original date? November what?
19th?
19th,
yeah.
November 19th. So we'll try to still get the book review out for you people, but, we got to see what they decide to do.
All right. Let's see. I guess we'll talk about...
bad news, huh? Guess I won't be playing Vampire Bloodlines.
Oh, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, this thing's been delayed for a while now.
That's not the reason, and you know it.
We don't know, dude. I mean, it could also just be that they hired her for a DLC or something like that.
Go ahead and tell them the bad news, man.
So in case you missed it, Samantha Wallslugger.
Did you do that, or is that her real name? Wait a minute.
That's her name. Wallslugger.
It's probably a Wall Slager, but you make it sound dirty when you say it.
Recently announced via Twitter that she has taken over the role as lead narrative designer for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Recently, things have not been looking too great for Bloodlines 2 after the game had been delayed until next year. And then to make matters even worse, the writer and creative director were suddenly terminated. Now, some people had thought that this was done because the story was already finished and they didn't need them anymore. But them hiring a new narrative designer, adds some question to that.
What is this? What is Ms. Wallslager known for?
So Wallslager. So I didn't have to do the research. Luckily, Reddit did it for me. Apparently, let's see. The writer they hired is known for writing Mass Effect Andromeda. And they also mention as a personal red flag for them that has gender pronouns in their Twitter bio, which isn't surprising, being that you remember Andromeda was the game that got in trouble for the whole transgender thing.
Yes.
Because there was that transgender character who told them their past name, and apparently that was some kind of faux pas.
Which I find amusing, because wouldn't it be up to that person what they do?
I mean, you would think, but apparently...
I didn't know there was a right way to be transgender.
Apparently there's a right way and a wrong way there.
Aren't they open-minded?
Here, let's just grab her name here and search for her.
Doing the same thing. I was over here like Waldschläger. What's her first name? Samantha? Because I got Nikki Waldschläger. I don't even know who that is.
Here, I'm gonna cut off this monitor for a second while because who knows what?
Oh wow! Wow, that didn't look good. That didn't look good at all. That came up with some very interestingly. You know what?
So yeah, here we have she's a writer for Rooted. She's been a writer for Star Wars, The Old Republic Onslaught video game, Mass Effect Andromeda, Star Wars, The Old Republic Knights of the Eternal Throne, Star Wars, The Old Republic Knights of the Fallen Empire.
Do you know any of those games?
No.
Okay.
You.
Oh man.
I mean, should I know those?
I don't know.
Because I'm afraid.
Andromeda?
I mean, I know Andromeda.
What the heck's Rooted?
I'm not sure.
Click it. I gotta get something for these people, man. Who the heck is this woman?
So Rooted, 2013.
Apparently pronouns.
Newly engaged, Eric starts to realize that he may not be ready for marriage just yet. Well, that's a hell of a damn description.
You know when a movie's bad? When IMDb doesn't bother to do
it's a short. It's a short. It's a short. So.
Dude, it's got a 1-sentence description. And Andromeda was just a rehash of Mass Effect. Oh, look, we've got here ancient civilization, hostile aliens that want to absorb you into the collective. I mean, literally, man, Andromeda was not well written.
So this is the person involved for the next Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2.
Nice, that was neutral. Good one. You're good and good. This is the person. Well said.
I didn't even notice.
See, look at you. You got it in you. You didn't even notice. I'm proud of you.
I was going to say something horrible, but I'm not now.
Oh,
look at that. I held my tongue.
You're doing good.
I held my tongue.
You're supposed to be the good guy. I'm the bad guy.
I held my tongue.
I'm bad cop.
Okay.
And I think that I'm not joking. I don't know these add-ons she did. Like this person.
Well, I think those are for the Old Republic online game.
Yeah, I know what they're for. Yeah. It's just they're not the ones that like. I got Flynn plays Old Republic. He never mentioned those as being any of his favorite stuff from it.
Pretty sure probably by the end no one cared anymore.
I mean, also the huge difference. I mean, you notice that there was like 2 or 3 years in between almost every project. That's a lot of downtime. But she's got about 5 or 6 writings under her belt. There's nothing in there implied she knows a lot about Vampire the Masquerade. So I'm hoping she's got the a Star Wars and sci-fi writer writing for Vampire the Masquerade. Bloodline seems a bit odd. And I'm trying to find something in here that would imply that this is her wheelhouse. I'm trying to be fair. Like, I'm trying to find something that says she can write horror, urban fantasy horror. But Star Wars is as far from urban fantasy horror as you can get. And Mass Effect Andromeda was it just wasn't. I mean, a lot of problems with Mass Effect were technical.
Horrible.
But the story didn't stand out. I mean, the space Australian aliens were pretty lame. You know, like, oh, look, we're space Aussies. You know, that was about it. I mean, it's odd they got rid of their creative writer for this person without any real veterancy.
The biggest thing with Andromeda was it was an incomplete story. So,
I mean, it's not just her. Apparently, it's also Jordan Michael Lemos is the other lead writer.
Good luck, guys.
Apparently, Jordan Michael Lemos was instrumental in firing the previous game contributor. Oh, so this is a hijacking. Okay, it's going to be a crap show. It's never good when somebody hijacks somebody else's creative story. That usually means...
Well, she also announced it via Twitter, and we know what people are like that announce things via Twitter.
Yes. Well, like I said, it's no longer on my list. If I hear good things about it, I'll get it, but it's not on my. I've taken it out of my. I'm being dead serious. It's out of my wheelhouse now. I was following it, and I was looking forward to it. Now, unless I get somebody telling me, no, it turned out good, this game is no longer even on my wanted list.
Excuse me for a second, people. I'm muting both of our mics. All right.
I hope no one could hear that.
It was muted.
Okay, good.
So anyway, let's get our next random encounter.
You're all right, though.
I know, right?
The subtext is Twitter's not the place to go for news.
Yeah.
That's the subtext of the comment.
Somebody's going to read my lips at some point, probably, but not this year.
They're gonna be like, what did he say? Yeah. It'll be 5 years from now.
Yeah.
They'll talk about that thing you said.
Yeah. All righty.
How dare you? Bad talk Das Führer.
All right, 15. Let's see what we got here. Game on. What's the newest game you're playing, and what do you think of it? Wow.
You just bought a Switch, so this is hilarious.
I just bought a Switch. I've actually been playing several games, but the one I've been playing the most of right now has been Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition, which is where they re-released the first one onto the Switch. And I haven't had a Nintendo in years. I think GameCube was the last Nintendo I had.
And GameCube also.
And yeah, no, man. So I've missed a lot of Nintendo stuff. So I was glad to see they released some of it on the Switch that came in the older ones. And damn, I am enjoying the heck out of Xenoblade.
It was a good
Chronicles.
purchase, man. That's a good game. I played it when it originally came out, and it was a very fun game. Shulk is fun.
Because I got it and I got Zelda. And honestly, I'm not enjoying Zelda as much as I thought I would.
Told you about those mechanics, man, with the weapon conditions. Like he literally stood over there going, man, your weapons break too fast. I was like, we talked about Hobo Link and his brittle weapons made from, styrofoam.
Well, and I also think it has something to do with similar to what you said. I'm a lot more into straight RPGs now.
Hey, what you doing with them hands? How you get them hands icons to beat that game? And that's my thing. These hands. These hands. Look at that. He's got his own thing. Hey, I'm going to have to copyright these hands.
Yeah. So yeah. Are you flaming hands about my Zelda comment? Beat that guy? I don't know. You just what?
Go get the Master Sword. It only breaks temporarily.
Anyway, Xenoblade though, awesome. How about you? Like you been playing anything recently?
I've been playing Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. It's the time for apparently games coming back. Dad and I.
We thought we were only going to be playing these games till November 19th.
That is true. They were filler games, but apparently I'll be. Remember, I even said I don't think I'm gonna have time to beat Tales of Vesperia. I was wrong. Apparently, I'll be able to beat Tales of Vesperia after all.
But no, I'm enjoying the Switch. The Switch has been an interesting system. I've also played a lot of Tetris.
Oh yeah, he's terrible.
I'm quite good.
You were when we were watching.
Everybody looks bad when they're playing Tetris and somebody else is watching.
Right? Have you managed to win a match yet?
Have you?
I've not been playing Tetris.
I consistently get in the top 10.
Not when I was watching.
Well, I was also doing other things when I was playing while you were watching.
He's so defensive of his Tetris skills. This is awesome. He's just looking at me like, dude. I'm like, what? I can only go on what I've seen, man. When I have some free time, I'll come over and watch you play again. We'll see.
Oh.
Mario 35th.
I've heard a lot of people say I should get Mario 35th. So. All right. So let's see. What do we got next? New releases. So, some release news. Now, this one was interesting. This is actually one of the things that pushed me over to buy the Switch. I really bought the Switch because, Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed because everybody is blaming Cyberpunk 2077 as the reason they did stuff. So, but also, February 2021, Bravely Default 2 is supposed to come out. Now, the first one was a DS exclusive. For some reason, I'd gotten a DS, and I think this is like the only game I played on it.
Look up some of that. He found an RPG I haven't played. That's the funny thing. I've heard of it, but I did not own a DS.
Well, Bravely Default was originally supposed to be like a predecessor to, a continuation of Final Fantasy IV.
Is the main character a maid?
And so, no.
It looks like a maid dress. I'm not being unfair. Look at that. That looks like a maid dress.
Yeah. So a lot of the Final Fantasy IV type mechanics were still in it when it got released, which
still one of the best Final Fantasies.
Yeah, which was awesome. So anyway, I was hoping that they actually re-released Bravely Default, the first one, on Switch.
Some nice graphics. Yeah, it looks good.
Because it was like I said, it was a really fun game, really enjoyable. But Bravely Default 2 is coming out, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Is it still going to be turn-based?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you haven't checked out a trailer or anything?
I mean, I watched the trailer, but it's hard to tell with that.
Oh, cinematic. Gotcha. I hate cinematic trailers. All right, this looks interesting, man. I hate I missed out on it, but I just was not into the DS, man. I never really messed with it.
But yeah, let's see.
Got to watch out. Nintendo likes to strike.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to play the whole thing. I was just going to drop some.
Cool graphics. I like the old man. Old man ain't playing around, but it's dangerous to go alone. Ooh, wow. That one dude looked weird.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to probably...
Yeah, it's turn-based. That's definitely turn-based. Cool.
But yeah.
It's too bad it hasn't come out on something else. So I need to check.
They sort of chibied the characters more on the Switch, though, which is sort of weird.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
I'm not sure I like the new design of the characters here.
Compared to what I was just looking at, they do look chibier in that than they did in the Bravely Default 1.
Yeah.
Which isn't my thing, man. I mean, I tried Blue Dragon and
known
for chibi art style, and I couldn't get into it.
But still, hopefully it will continue to be good since the first one was really good. If not, they can do like they did with the Xenoblade and re-release a definitive edition of the first one.
Yeah, so I guess Nintendo's now in our wheelhouse. Now that you have that, we're gonna have Nintendo news.
Yeah,
I like Nintendo. They don't have what I want. They just don't have enough of what I want for me to buy their device. And but if you retro game and I don't. Yeah. I don't retro game and he does. Like, he was looking through that. He was loving that Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was playing Breath of Fire. And
I do hate you get Breath of Fire 2.
Breath of Fire 2, yeah.
Breath of Fire 2 is the game I want. I wanted Breath of Fire rebooted so bad. I still can't believe nobody's rebooted Breath of Fire. Like, that was a fun game. Breath of Fire 1 and 2 is some of my favorite RPGs.
Oh, no, Breath of Fire were awesome.
I mean, I told you I went all the way to, like, Breath of Fire Quartet. I
think Breath of Fire was one of the first games where you could actually switch the main character in position to do different things in the world depending on which character you had.
Yeah, you had the lineup, and they each had different abilities, and then you could turn.
They had different abilities on the world map.
Ears starting to hurt, but like, he's looking at me weird because I'm wearing my headphones all cockeyed. Well, they gotta know. They're probably going like, "What are they talking?"
Yeah.
We have studio drama, y'all. Y'all need to check out the videos.
Anyway, keep going, man.
Oh, I'm having fun being weird. All right. But anyway, also the fact that they had transforming heroes and the fusions. Like, before Fusion Dance from Dragon Ball Z, man, Breath of Fire had fusions with different fusions depending on who you teamed up with. Oh, I used to love unlocking those Ultra Dragons near the end. I mean, it was just a cool game series. Surprisingly mature story. Like, I remember it was a 1 or 2 where, like, you could fail to save people, which was kind of, well, you'll find out. You're playing through it again.
I mean, yeah, I can't remember. It's been such a long time because I played them when they were on the Super Nintendo, and that's one of the reasons why I'm loving playing them so much now is because it's sort of that nostalgia kick.
Yeah, just really good games. So, I mean, I would love to see that series. A definitive edition would be awesome. I'd replay them. But also a reboot to, and the series continuing, I'd love to see it. But
I'm
unfortunately,
sure
it just got dropped.
Sure, I'll get tired of my Switch before too long, and I can pass it to you, let you play stuff if you want.
Maybe. I'm hoping by then Cyberpunk will be out.
Hopefully.
They may have decided to keep pushing it back just to keep throwing everyone else's games back. Be like, can we push people to the end of next year?
How many times can we make Path of Exile?
We hear everybody push their releases back to January. Well, then in December, we'll push to January.
All right. So last thing I think we have is the Assassin's Creed. Netflix is developing a live-action series based on Assassin's Creed. Was released this week.
On Assassin's Creed, though. You remember the movie? Oh, wait, you didn't see that one. That was Jarek. Like, the movie was way off.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got. That's it. Just a big Netflix symbol and an Assassin's Creed symbol. So,
I mean, are they going into the sci-fi elements, or are they just going directly? Because the games now have skipped the sci-fi in the sense of they no longer have the thing that lets you go into your genetic memories. They stopped that several games back. Like, they haven't done that, I think, for at least 2 games in a row or more. They stopped doing that. So the question is, what part of the series what are they basing it on?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
is it going to be modern day? Is it going to be back and forth between modern day and the past?
Like, the movie I thought sucked.
Should have ended a lot earlier.
I think if you actually did the modern day version, like the early Assassin's Creed 1, 2, I think it could actually make a really good TV series, especially if you keep it that gritty feel.
You can put the money into it to do the back and forth.
You give it a bit of a gritty feel, sort of like they did with The Witcher, and I think it could actually be a really good series. Or you could even ignore the current time stuff and just go with.
I mean, either way, I'm not going to find out because I'm not renewing my Netflix membership.
Well, yeah.
But there's potential. I think they should do the first 2 games. I think that would be more interesting as a series. Another period piece has been done. I mean, there's The Witcher, Game of Thrones. Period pieces have been done. I think the sci-fi elements would add some uniqueness to make it worth the time to see. So I would suggest that they go ahead and do the full sci-fi elements and go back and forth so that you have a little variety. I think that'd be better to play
have
with.
This dude who's basically been kidnapped and strapped to.
Yeah, you get modern day. Like, I think that's the best story and an original story. I don't think they should rehash the game story because it was debatable if it really ended well. So a unique story, but with that same, along those same lines, would be pretty good. I think that's the way to go. And I like Assassin's Creed enough to give some advice to Netflix, even though we're on bad terms at the moment.
I guess the last thing to mention is, and don't turn off the show here when you hear this name. There is no spoilers or anything. Mandalorian season 2 has been released. We're not saying any more than that because honestly, I've not watched it yet. I sort of want to build up a few episodes so I can binge some. So I've been trying to avoid spoilers. It's difficult, but
I want at least 4 episodes, man. I don't like that 1 episode thing. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten one of the problems of quarantine is I've gotten used to consuming things in a bit of a bulk, and I'm not interested in watching 1 episode at a time. So,
oh no! I mean, I figure what I'll do is I'll wait till about 3 or 4 episodes are out. I'll order me a nice meal from one of the DoorDash or
ramen.
Huh?
Think ramen. Think
maybe ramen. Yeah.
I'll come over.
But order me a nice meal. Sit down on the couch and actually just binge. 3 or 4 episodes with a good meal. Well, obviously.
And then I'm with you that I'd want to watch 2 or 3 episodes in a row minimum, and that sounds good. Get some good food. I have spoken. And enjoy some, I haven't done that ramen in a while. That would be good, man. And it's alcohol, of course. So, alcohol, ramen, and Mandalorian, at least 3 episodes. I've been dodging spoilers, too. I'm a little weirded out that I haven't, even though I'm dodging spoilers, I haven't heard any kind of scores or reviews. So I'm kind of antsy because that's odd because, no matter how hard you try, even thumbnails and titles on videos will usually give away.
Oh, no, dude, I completely block it all out, so I couldn't tell you. And I'm afraid to go and look at a score because if you go and look for a score, well, then all of a sudden, all your feeds start getting flooded with everything Mandalorian.
So. I've had like a couple of pop-ups because Doomcock apparently did a review. But everybody's been cagey, which is good because I'm trying to avoid spoilers. But at the same time, I'm also surprised that I haven't seen any, it's the greatest, Disney does it again. Instead, it's just been Mandalorian Season 2. That's all it says. I'm just like, why is everyone being so reserved and quiet about it? But that just makes anticipation, y'all. Drum roll build up. We'll let you know, let's say about 3. I think. So we don't wait too long. I think maybe
three would be enough, I think.
All right. So after 3 episodes are out, y'all, we'll hit it. We'll come on. We'll tell you about it.
But not too much about it.
Well, I mean, if they're coming to watch our 3-episode review, because we'll do it as a separate video.
Oh, you want to do it as a separate video?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it as separate video so that people could do the same thing. They can screen it if they don't want to.
Yeah, maybe we can get Blood Axe in on it.
Yeah, I know. He's been interested. He's telling us about it.
So,
Not about it, but he was telling us that it was out. So we'll try to get Blood Axe in. Maybe Beat That Guy game will come in since apparently he has spoken.
I mean, that's what he says.
We'll get a Psycho 4-way there. Anything that Beat That Guy game is involved in is going to be a little more crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we keep it in control once Malcolm gets in there, though.
I need somebody to help me cut loose, man. You're too reserved.
Well, somebody has to be.
You've been domesticated.
Anyways.
Look at it. Wow, y'all see that? The pain on his face. I'm still wild.
And on that note, I think that wraps up the show for today. Hopefully. Dang it, man.
Everyone, don't kill CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, don't kill people.
Oh, or people in general. But
yes.
Especially CD Projekt Red. I need my game.
Yes.
It's like a waiter, don't piss off your waiter before you get your food. You wait till you get your food. Then you can talk crap to the waiter.
Oh.
You were thinking it.
I know. All right. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. We do this show live every Sunday at 3:30. Sunday at 3:30 Central Time. I got stuck.
Not stuck a landing in a while.
I know, man. My record skipped.
He's like, we do it 3:30. Is it 3:30? Huh? I'm the one over here that almost died, but
Yeah, no. So yeah, every Sunday on Twitch 3:30, you can watch us live. Then we're posted up on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe there. Hit that notification bell so you get notifications. Also, we have our Discord channel. You can find a link to join our Discord channel on our Facebook page or in the description box on the YouTube page. And that will that'll get you in our Discord channel where we're talking about video games, books, whatever. We've got a bunch of different channels there set up, and we even have a leveling system, so you level up for participating. I know, right? It's I've been playing around with Discord a good bit. I've been setting up some bots and
me in social media, man. I'm just like, oh, we have a Discord channel?
Yeah, I know, right, man? You're in it. You're in the Discord channel, man. You are a member
on there. I am. That's what that is that keeps popping up those updates. That's you.
Yeah.
Something about Dicejunkies all the time popping up.
I know, right? And you get to see whenever we go live in our Discord channel, you get a notification. So that is a way to keep up to when we're live on Twitch. So really cool things happening there. Be sure to join that. Also, Dicejunkies.com has links everywhere we've found online. Thanks for watching, guys. And
where can we be found? List it out.
I already did.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
See, now you're screwing it up.
I didn't know if you did Twitter, YouTube.
I did all that good
Facebook,
stuff. Yeah.
Instagram. Hit that notification bell.
Said
Make
that
sure
too.
To subscribe.
Yep, hit that.
Steal other people's closing. YouTube's been removing people's memberships lately, so make sure that you're getting updates on our videos. If you're a YouTuber, you need to know that. Every YouTuber says it in their videos.
Yeah. All right, guys.
YouTube's
Thanks
been
for
messing with
watching.
the algorithm.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.